Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of the WDWpov Live Stream Show. Marcus is on his way in as we speak. I should, yeah.
Getting gung-ho in Photoshop.
Oh, he's getting gung-ho in Photoshop. He's learning, doing some new things in Photoshop. Maybe.
No.
No? You're not going to do anything for us? Oh, you got a green shirt on. Sit down. Maybe it'll fade away. See, now it's good. You're gonna pull a Jack on us. Last week or 2 weeks ago for his birthday.
It's not even the same shade.
And neither was his. And he was like the floating head the whole time. Oh my goodness. So, it's sort of like you're just slightly phasing in and out of our universe here. That's what he was doing last time. Oh man. Yes, he is going to grace us with his presence tonight. He is back. Yes, the talking head. That's
which is actually a TV term.
It is. He's a talking head.
No, I would have to be doing a one-on-one interview in a contained environment for it to be a talking head.
Is that what it is? Is that the real definition?
Have you watched The Office?
Yes, I have watched The Office. Every
time they take one of the people one-on-one,
that's called a talking head.
Yes.
See, you learn something new every day. So when they put you, one-on-one, I guess that makes you a talking head. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is episode number 144, which you know what that means. You know what that means? I just thought of this like a few minutes before the show started.
No, I don't know what that means.
That means this is going to be a gross episode. Because 144 is a gross. Yeah, I know. It was a bad joke.
I don't understand.
12 times 12 is 144. That's considered a gross. So this is episode 144. So that makes us a gross. So we're gross tonight.
You're not funny.
I know I'm not funny. I thought it was pretty good, though. It was a great observation, at least.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, it was, but it was bad.
Thank you, Mary. Yes, that was a bad joke. It was a bad joke.
The quality of the output seems to be getting worse by the second.
What, our talking or your shirt?
Both. No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, this. I just put a new battery in. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got another screen over here. What is it? Yeah, it is. It's getting very jittery. Oh, well. As long as you guys can still see us, we don't care what our screen over here looks like. But welcome to the show. It is almost the end of October somehow.
And we didn't do a video since, well, I haven't been on really since.
You haven't been on since August? Maybe.
I guess.
Maybe. You've been taking a big leave here.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been doing on your time off? On all your Monday nights, what have you accomplished?
I don't know, but what have you accomplished actually doing them without me on Monday night?
Not a thing. Not a thing. So anyway, tonight, we were going to be all organized and everything, right?
No idea.
Well, we won't be real organized, but we won't be real unorganized either. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, where'd my hand go?
Sit that thing like you do this, you turn around. I wonder what that would look like if you did that. But best laid plans. Yeah, we had actually Thursday night, we had a wedding rehearsal to go to. Patty was doing one of the readings during the wedding for our niece. And so Thursday was a busy day. Steve's out there. Nice to see you, Steve. Then it wasn't meant to be. So Thursday was a busy night. Friday they had a bonfire at the house. So they had all kind of people over for that. So we were busy Friday. Then Saturday was the wedding. Obviously, we were busy for that. We were pretty much gone the entire day. we were gone from the wedding. It was at noon. We probably left the house around 10, got down there, got to the wedding, helped with the, some different things. And then we didn't get home until after, I think, 1:30 in the morning, Sunday. Then Sunday was another busy day. They had a brunch Sunday morning. And I had something going on at church that I had to do. We were having Pastor Appreciation Day, so I was there helping set up, for the slides and that. Marcus was helping. You were helping with the soundboard a little bit.
The best I could, because I really don't know how the thing works that much.
I think the power got to his head though, because he realized like he could just move these little sliders, and he could like turn people's microphones off altogether if he wanted to.
No,
you could have just pulled that one slider down, and all the sound would have been dead.
But I didn't.
You didn't. But you held off. So Sunday was busy, and then after the service, then me and Marcus went to our daughter's old house. What?
Maybe you should rephrase that. The way you phrased it makes it sound like...
Well, it wasn't a house. I mean, it was...
No, not that.
What?
The way you phrased it almost makes it sound like
my daughter, me and Patty's, our daughter.
I wish I could have turned off his microphone, even though he didn't have one.
Yeah, it's funny. Then we got to their old place. They're moving to a new house that not new, but new for them, that they just bought and are moving into in the next week or so. And so we moved a whole bunch of boxes from there to the new place. So yeah, best laid plans, but really between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was zero time to do anything other than eat, breathe, and stay alive. And that was about it. However, we are going to talk about some things like the future, future Disney plans. I'd also like to talk a little bit about some past and, recent past maybe, and current, in case some of you are currently at Disney. We've had several of you. I know Mary and Steve, Nevaeh were at Disney just in the last month, few weeks to a month. Same thing with the Gallaghers. They were there within the last month. T9, I know, is either just leaving or was there this past week as well. Got quite a few people who've been there recently. I wish we could have been there at the same time as some of you, at least any of you, some of you, while you were there. But obviously that didn't work out. Yeah, seems like a long time ago. What was it, about 2 weeks now, Mary? 2.5, 3. So we are still... Oh, she got a cruise. I think you're doing that in December, if I remember. And that's on the Disney Wish, the new one, right? That's what I think I remember. So we are still trying to get our trip together. Now, we actually have reservations for December, but it's actually past the point. Moving is a pain. Moving is such a pain.
Moving my body. You gotta be kidding me.
I was also there a few weeks ago helping paint, and oh my goodness, I'm getting too old for this stuff.
Stan will be there on the ship.
Yeah, that's what I think I heard. Stan, is that going to be a Lou trip, or is that not a Lou trip? Might be a Lou trip. And you're still going to go on it, Mary, even with Stan there? We love to dig on each other. They did. They got almost all their painting and everything done beforehand, before all the furniture and everything's moved in. So right now it's pretty much just filled. The place is filled with boxes, but the furniture doesn't come for about another few days. Sometime, I think Thursday. I think it's Thursday or Friday. And last time we moved them like, got a moving van and we moved them. This time, though, they are going to have movers. They're paying for some people to do it, and hopefully my back will be able to recover a little. You're excited. to meet Stan's wife. Yeah, she puts up with him. Yeah. So anyway, so it's been a very, very busy week. So what we decided, or at least I did, you don't know anything about this, is that you want to talk a little bit about, I'm sure, maybe you don't, about the last episode of She-Hulk.
I do and I don't.
You do and you don't. And then I'm just going to throw some stuff up here. Like I said, we're still trying to get our trip planned. I know we're looking at going in mid-November to early December, which is not a lot of time left. This is going to be a very last-minute thrown together thing. We have reservations, like I said, for I think mid-December, but that's beyond the point where we really want to go. So we're going to see about changing them. It's going to be, I'm sure, difficult because, you got to have everything all lined up and all your I's dotted and T's crossed, and, park reservations and restaurants and all that stuff. So doing all that maybe in the next 2 to 4 weeks is going to be a very, very difficult task, but that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, Mary, I wish we could, but here's the thing. We have 2 free park hopper passes that expire, I think, December 12th, if I remember correctly. So that's why we're trying to make the trip now, because that'll basically save us on 2 tickets into the park for one day. So we're trying to get it done. We wanted to get in there before the end of the year. We like going down for Christmas. We like seeing the decorations and the trees and all that good stuff. We could try, but here's the thing. They were already extended. I'll ask if this doesn't all work out, but I'll ask about extending. Yeah, Mary, that might be an option, but they were already extended because of COVID. These things would have normally expired about a year ago, excuse me, but they extended them until December. So I could ask though. I've got maybe about 4 or 5 hours I could spend on the phone tomorrow and get through to somebody and see if they can, blame the hurricane. That might work, Mary. I don't know. But we've made the reservation. We had a reservation like last year sometime, and then we pushed it back, and then we pushed it back, and then we pushed it back again, and then we pushed it back. Yeah, chat's a good idea. Mary's got all the good ideas.
Why don't you try extending it live on air? Then we can at least have some content here.
That might make an interesting show. Yeah, try and get somebody on.
We just need your credit card number real quick and the expiration date.
Yeah, we'll get on there. I'll be sitting here with maybe like an earbud or I'll put it on speakerphone. Then you guys can all listen to, then the music would be playing. Their hold music.
It would be grainy enough that the copyright the bots wouldn't pick it up.
Let me ask you guys. You've been on hold with Disney. They make how many millions and billions of dollars? Their hold music, the music and the stuff itself is good, but like you said, it is so grainy and tinny, and it's just bad quality.
What? Does the music change?
I don't know. I haven't been on hold with them for.
But does the music change?
Yes, it does change. It goes from like one ride to another.
See, I was
to
on
a different park. It does some EPCOT stuff, and it does different. Well, I know it used to do Splash Mountain, but I don't think it does anymore.
See, I was on hold with Nintendo for like 15 minutes, and it's just the same loop of the same song.
You want me to lie? Patrick wants me to lie. I cannot lie to them. Well, yeah, it cuts out. Mary's saying, the music cuts out, and it's just so grainy and tinny, and it's just like, come on, guys, you could afford a decent hold music, service or device or whatever it is to pipe through there. But yeah, so it does change though. You're saying whose doesn't change?
Nintendo. When I was on hold with them, it was the same loop of the same portion of the same song. They didn't even play the full song. It just kept looping the one part of it over and over.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know when I've been
on
hold.
It still does Splash Mountain.
Does it do it? Really? Okay. because I know they've cut out Splash Mountain music and just about everything else, the parades and the street music and things like that. Patrick says I used my last name to my advantage in Vegas.
Basic.
Vegas. I can't read tonight. But the whole music, at least it does repeat. I don't know how long it takes to go through the loop, but yeah, I have gotten it to repeat when I've been on there because it does take a while sometimes to talk to somebody at Disney. Although, they are usually pretty helpful. I'll give them that. They are usually pretty helpful, and they are most of the time very knowledgeable. But anyway, so did you want to talk at all about, okay, so the whole thing with the future thing so that's sort of like what we're talking about.
We watched all of She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And not to my dismay.
Okay. What did you, yeah, we did. We watched all of it. Did you see any of the episodes, Mary? I have a feeling no, but I'm curious if you watched any of them. So, I mean, it's been several weeks now, so I mean, it's not like we're giving away spoilers or anything.
And if you haven't watched it now, you haven't seen any of it, probably because you're not going to watch it.
Do you mind if we talk about it? I mean, just for a few minutes. We're not going to go into it too deep.
She hasn't watched a thing for so long.
It's because she was at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably working.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about? Go ahead. And then we'll talk a little bit more about future plans. And then I'd like to actually, you get into the future. Maybe we should talk about the past a little bit too.
Oh, yeah. WDWpov, our Walt Disney World point of view, has not watched the last episode yet.
I'm guessing that would be your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Patrick hasn't seen any yet.
Okay. Well, so you guys don't care then. You
guys would have watched it by now if you actually cared, or if you were going to drag it through the mud.
So what did you think of the CGI?
It was like any other show where they have a ton of CGI. Sometimes it's rendered properly, but a lot of the time they're rushed because they're on a deadline.
He's a floating head because he's wearing a shirt that's almost green, sort of like Jack did on his birthday episode.
Any show that is a CGI cartoon, you can watch episodes and see some are rendered way better than others.
Gaston.
It was better than I expected. It was worse than it should have been. That's a good way to put it.
Well, I mean, when they came out with it, I have to admit, when I heard the title, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, I was like, no, this has got to be a joke. This is some kind of joke, right? She-Hulk. And I know it was a comic strip.
Yeah, but my biggest issues with the show were the main character and how her breaking of the fourth wall was implemented.
Yes, she actually, during the episode.
Which is something that she does in the comics,
but
just they could have implemented it so much better in this.
Mom says she grew on her.
Okay. She did not grow on me.
She did a little bit for me, too, I have to admit, toward the last few episodes. But yeah,
she still felt like the supporting cast was stronger than her in every single way.
Oh, yeah. Many of the supporting cast members were awesome.
Even if they were only in one episode.
Right. But during the episode, she would be, acting and doing whatever. And then
sometimes time
would turn right to the camera.
Time would freeze when she stares at the camera sometimes. Sometimes it wouldn't.
And talk right to the audience and say something peculiar about the episode. And then go right back to
oh, we have a celebrity guest on this episode, so Twitter won't get angry at us.
That was funny.
You acknowledged that people didn't like the show, but were only excited because there was a celebrity guest.
It wasn't a bad show, I have to admit.
But it was worse than it should have been.
It's worse than it should have been, but better than I thought it was going to be.
That's not really a compliment.
And that's sort of what Mom said. It better than I expected. It was worse than it should have been. It could have, yeah. I mean, there were definitely some missed opportunities. The music.
Every other episode, it's just like
at the end, yeah.
Why does it always need to be rap?
They had some really nice music at the end, and then the next episode, it would be some bad rap song.
Either a remix of an existing song or just a bad rap song. Yeah. I'm not saying rap can't be good.
There are
but this is just bad.
There are some good rap songs. I'm not going to say many,
And
but
it was
there are
like
some good.
some of the most. I don't even know what to say, but it was so. Other than just bad, I can't think of anything else to say.
What, the music or the show?
The music.
But there were definitely the supporting cast members were awesome. There were a number of really good.
The guy that plays her dad was pretty good.
Oh, the guy who plays her dad was hilarious. Yeah. Not many. There are not many rap songs that I would say are good.
Whoever's playing Matt Murdock, he's pretty good.
Oh, Matt Murdock was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mom's saying recommendation: if you're done rewatching your top 5 sitcoms, go ahead and watch it.
Just as a change of pace.
Yeah.
You need a group of friends to make fun of it.
And it's fairly quick. I mean, you could get through it fairly quickly.
The guy who played the villain in the original The Incredible Hulk movie.
Wait. Oh, wait, huh? What?
The Abomination.
The Abomination. Wait. Go back to Steve's comment.
Gangster's Paradise by Coolio is a good rap song. One of the only ones.
Coolio. Yeah. R.I.P. Mr. Coolio.
But Marcus isn't saying, is it him and I wrote the song for the next? Well, it's over already, so I don't know.
Coolio. Yeah. Gangster Paradise. Actually, it's not a bad one. That is one
Steve,
of the ones
when did we
that
do
I would
this
agree
and for what episode? Because the show is over, and as far as I know, it didn't get renewed.
We'll find out.
Actually, I don't think it got renewed.
Well, it might. You never know. Here's the thing, though. The last episode went so meta.
They went too meta with the fourth wall break. They made one fatal error, which is showing the streaming service interface in the show itself.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that. It immediately dates your show so much because we all know every streaming service has to change the user interface once every 2 to 3 years.
Right.
And she jumps into the making of the show, which to change how the show ends, which therefore means the events leading up to her breaking the fourth wall to change the show wouldn't happen.
Okay. See, now you're digging too deep there. That's you're getting too deep on that. As far as
but some of the events,
it's the fourth wall. It's supposed to be stupid.
Yeah, but some of the joke was funny for like a couple seconds when it first happened, and she jumped into the making of it.
Yeah,
but it dragged on for way too long.
They kept going on with it for way too long.
Also, she didn't even jump into the real world. She just jumped into another show.
Steve's saying, I guess our song got shelved. Didn't know that. Yeah, they did. It was in the the cut scenes and things like that. If you go to the cut scenes of
the extras,
and the extra, all the credit stuff they do there at the end, after it's on one of those type of things.
But the thing is, she didn't even jump into the making of the show. She jumped into an imaginary version of the making of the show.
Right. Yeah.
Because instead of Kevin Feige, the current,
is that how you pronounce it?
Feige.
Is it?
I'm
not sure.
I've heard Feige. I've heard Feige. I don't know. But instead of him actually being a guy, it's just a robot mass producing every single show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Which I think is what's happening now.
Honestly, it is kind of what's been happening.
I don't think that was a joke. I think that was real.
But the way she forces it to change the events that happen in the finale make no sense.
Yeah.
A character shows up just because she wants him to show up. Plot points that were getting foreshadowed throughout the entire series just get completely dropped because she says, well, that's just too formulaic. We can't have that. So none of what happens earlier in the show makes any sense at this point because you've just determined that plot point, you didn't like it. So now it's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing felt like it actually mattered at all. I've been pronouncing things weird. I've been talking too much today.
8:24. It's late. Let's quit. We're done. No. See, now this is a weird thing too. Okay. So I think most of you probably know that GCT is now not on Monday nights at 9. They had popped in there for about a year.
So are you saying we can go late?
We can go late. So
but we're not going to.
We're not going to probably tonight, but
we need
that takes some of the pressure off, don't you think? because I always felt like, we'd get toward 8:30, 8:40, 8:45, 8:50, and I'm like,
something tells me
man, we gotta get through the orange cone. All right.
Something tells me it's going to be very easy to finish on time or even early this night.
Well, maybe not though. I got some pictures to show. Hey, it is the Ross man from Orange Cone Vlog.
Mm.
Nice to see you out there. Yeah. So we're talking about the future. Our future at Disney is looking to be having to get a lot of stuff done very quickly if we're going to get this to happen. I mean, literally, we're like, usually you have a countdown and people are like, oh, we're at 100 and some days. And then, oh, we're finally under the 100 mark.
Except here's the thing. We won't tell you when we're actually down there. We'll just randomly, intermittently post photos.
We're just going to show up. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, we have another floating head. Like 2 weeks ago, Jack was a floating head. Tonight it's Marcus. It wasn't intended.
You also don't want to get robbed either. So
no, we don't. But have somebody watch the house. That's So yeah.
This was the first trip that you felt less magic.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that from a few people, not just you, Mary. I've heard that from a few people.
More money, less magic.
Oh, 33 days for the cruise. Yeah, more money, less magic. Is that the new?
That's the new.
That's the new catchphrase. Come to Disney. More money, less magic. Yeah. So Mary, there it is. There it is. I knew that was coming. Oh man. Yeah. So. Yeah, so I hope that's
February trip was horrendous apparently.
Oh my goodness. See, now we haven't been back.
It's also the cast members. Yeah, the cast members.
The last trip we were on.
That digital marketing course is really, I don't know how it's helping me out here. I've been doing this. Yeah, by all accounts, that doesn't make sense. We haven't been there since the anniversary date. So we were there. Our last day we were at Disney was October 2nd last year. We were there a couple of days before the anniversary. More money, less magic. Oh yeah, the making up slogans for digital marketing.
Give us your money. Oh. You're pulling them all out tonight, huh?
I mean, I haven't been able to pull these up for a while, so.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
we're not going back for at least 5 years.
Oh man,
maybe longer. Wow, that's maybe.
Is that intentional or is that? I remember you've talked about.
Maybe they'll just drain all the magic by the time that happens.
It's going in the moat. The magic is sinking into the moat. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so I thought just for fun. Because we were talking about our Disney future, I thought we should go back to our past a little bit. Yeah, he's sighing heavily here. I know. You don't want to watch a bunch of slideshow stuff. I'm just going to pop some stuff up here. This is from a trip. Yeah, he is. He's having a lot of fun.
I've been talking too much today.
He's been talking too much, right?
I've been up too long.
This was from a trip, literally exactly 10 years ago to the day. Part of the trip was before, part of the trip was on, and I think a day or two after. But yeah, October of 2012. So we'll talk a little bit of our Disney past. You don't want to know about, we still have our
oh man, look who just dropped in.
Live-in accommodations.
The show's going downhill.
Stan's here. Yeah. We were just talking about you earlier, Stan.
Just as in like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, like as going on a cruise and all that good stuff. And yeah, so that smile is left.
I don't know what that's in reference to. It's the grandma thing or the Stan thing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. There we go. There's the gang there. Why else are you going to? Yeah, I don't know. We always talk about Stan. We got to talk about Stan. So this was literally 10 years ago, to almost to the day, our trip. Let me pick your nose here a little bit with my.
That's not me.
Yeah, that is.
No, that's not.
Oh, that's Melissa. Wow, that's right. She had short.
Who else are you going to talk about?
She had the short hair that. Yeah,
You cannot equate grandma.
No, completely different people. You are not anything alike. That's a good thing for you, Stan.
Yeah, whose shoulder? That's me back there.
There you are. There's Marcus and his underneath the Batman blanket back there. So this was in our big conversion van driving down.
Who was taking these pictures? This was awful.
These are Mom. I think Mom took these. Yeah, because she took a picture of me, and then I remember sticking my tongue out at her. Yeah, so this was our drive down to Disney. 10 years. That's not funny. If you know that old line. You remember this one? If you're kissing your honey and her nose is quite runny, don't think it's funny because it's snot.
Oh, Stan has a challenge for us and all of our viewers.
Okay. What is the challenge? I want to know what the challenge is.
Not talk about Stan?
Look at the trees. The trees are changing on the way down. Lovely, lovely. I'm going to skip through a lot of this junk. Oh, yeah, this was Daytona. We stopped there to grab something to eat real quick. There's Dale Earnhardt's picture from, he's memorialized. Here we are at the Disney store, the big one. The big one. This was, and you will see, there he is. There's Jack. And you will see some of the things. It's amazing. Some of the things that you remember.
The store used to be a lot cooler.
It did. It was not so generic and antiseptic looking. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It was so much different. Oh, I'm going to skip through these.
Oh, man.
Marcus was a little bit on the heftier side back then, but
I still am.
No, you're not.
For the last 2 months of the year, only say positive things when it comes to Disney, no matter how much they raise prices or whatever. Stan, that's going to be a no-go.
There was something that I just saw today. It was on Twitter. I'm not going to post it, but it was on Twitter. Yeah, this is when you were cutting Jack's hair while he was sleeping. Yeah, those are the days when you couldn't. He would not get a haircut. Definitely would not get a haircut. But so many things that have. As I went through these real quickly, there's Marcus making up. Now you got to admit, we would build these things. Pretty much win every time.
Mm-hmm.
We have some secret tricks to make the cars go faster. I'll give you one hint right now, though. So you see the wheels on there, okay? What you got to do before you put the wheels on, you go, you breathe some steam, hot air from your breath on there. It helps to slicken it a little bit. You put the thing on, you spin it, guarantee it'll make it go faster. As long as your breath isn't too bad. Yeah, Pinewood Derby type stuff. Yeah, we also did the Pinewood Derby cars, and most years.
I'm ashamed of that shirt that I'm wearing.
I know. I was going to point that out.
on a multitude of levels.
First off, you don't like
No, I can't believe there was ever a time in my life when I did.
So help spread germs. Yeah, that was a pre-COVID speed tip right there. Lead weights, absolutely. You got to have lead weights on the Pinewood Derby cars. You got to position them in the right spot too. Put them down near the front if you can to help pull the car down quicker, because there's all kind of little tricks. Using graphite, you could do that. There we go. There's another winner car. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, this was cool. Yeah, as we were heading back to the Polynesian for the night, they were transporting the carriage. Look at that. Don't see that every day. There we are at the Polynesian. Yeah, the bad breath definitely can have an effect on the axles. Kona Cafe, one of our favorite restaurants we would hit. The old water before they tore all that stuff out. Pine tar. Okay, pine tar.
And we're all doing kids'
They're all
menus.
doing it, including your mom. Doing the old kids menu.
I was the only one not doing something, apparently.
Yeah, you were just having fun watching everybody else.
Man, that hair is bad.
This was back in our room at the Polynesian. Some of these pictures are just, I don't know, mom doing her calendar or something there. I'm not sure what she was doing. Okay, Epcot Day. Nice picture. That was probably me. See, now using an DSLR camera, I love these. I love the future. This is the future.
I hate that so much.
Now, this is tough taking these pictures because you know how that thing jerks and bounces. You're coming down the hill.
I'm amazed
backwards.
how well it cut my head.
Yeah, your head looks
It got extra neck on there.
It did on that particular one. We went on it, I think, 3 times or 2 or 3 times that day.
Back when you could do that without fast passes.
Right. But you know how tough it is to get a picture of that? Yeah, the Poly is so much different than it used to be 12 years ago.
It's just
beyond.
more generic now.
It is very generic.
I don't get why they keep making everything more generic.
I don't know. I really don't.
Like, the whole point of you guys was that you were special and different.
Yeah, these are a little
Separate
tough.
yourselves from the competition, and now you're just making it generic hotel rooms.
This was 2012, Stan. This was actually almost exactly to the day. This was, I think, October 21st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th. We were on this trip. So it's literally almost exactly 10 years ago. The luau, they got rid of the luau now. But yeah, it's so tough getting decent pictures of the thing as you're riding down and backwards, and the thing hits the track. Come on, Disney, can you fix the track so that it doesn't bounce you like this as you're coming down?
And you've got the hard plastic headrest.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then I like this thing where you got the earth thing and but that's pretty cool. That's going to all change though, I'm sure. There's the Siege, which I heard they just changed this. I think they just changed a little bit of the frontage of this just in the last few weeks. Not quite sure. So this is the past. Okay, now this was something Jack every trip had to touch the fin, get in the other shark, touch that one's eye. It's all kinds of stuff. The spaceship Earth backwards back massage. Yeah. Hey, Todd, how's it going, man? It has been a long time. What is man? You got to tell me the group name. I know you guys changed it like about a couple of months ago, and it's I think it's the Disney group or something like that. It's very, very like boom right at you. But yeah, so we were, that was a thing every trip. Oh yeah, I got to touch the fin. And then, hidden Mickeys, you got to see inside there. There's the hidden Mickey in the underwater. Always a good thing to look for. Got the guy diving or the girl. I'm not sure what it was at that point. A bunch of blurry pictures. And then there's Jack. There we go. Blurry pictures. And then we got the Nemo display. Everybody got it's clownfish. We got to go find Nemo and Marlin.
Which, based off of that, probably like 99% of those were male.
Yeah. What's the thing about clownfish?
After mating and the female dies, a male will turn into the female.
That's it. So what's Mary saying? She was listening, but taking pictures. Taking some pictures. I have divided the seas. Nice.
I have dived in the seas.
Oh, yes.
Your reading
in the
comprehension.
I might. So Stan said he couldn't find the Nemo fish on the last trip. I wonder if they got rid of it.
Either that or he just didn't look hard enough.
Disney squirrel.
Also, another new slogan for Disney: "Mo money, less Nemos."
Yeah, of course. And now look how busy this is here. This is inside, you know, the Imagination Pavilion after the ride. There's hardly anyone there anymore. This was 10 years ago, and the place is like filled with kids. Yeah, issues with gender roles. Yeah, I don't know. Those fish
The entirety
don't know
of
what they're doing.
Finding Nemo, Marlin is a woman.
Oh, the Wish. They're going on the Wish too. Everybody's going on cruises.
In the real world, Marlin would be a female, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
The entirety of Finding Nemo.
So Todd's going on the Wish. Mary's going on the Wish. Stan's going on the Wish. Everybody's going on the Wish. We're just trying to get back down to Disney for another trip before the end of the year here, before the middle of December. Veggie, fruit, veggie, fruit. Yeah, another classic. Okay, this is always fun. Now you guys were little here, and it's funny. It was fun watching you then. It's still fun to do it. Trying to reach up and grab it. That was a nice shot. I got to admit that one came out nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish I was going on the Wish. Me too, Pat. Not going on the Wish. Yeah. And then they're starting to get starting to get a little wet. We're getting close. Oh, I don't know. Now that's weird. Woo.
Wait, look at this. The way he's bending is so interesting.
I know his back is like his chest is puffed out, his back is pulled in. So you got a little wet there. Okay. Well, he can't get up high enough. So now Marcus is going to try and pick him up and help get him into the stream. Oh, you look like you're about ready to get splattered.
That's not me.
I know, but yeah, there is. Okay. About ready to get splattered. Straight in the head. And then if you can't stand tall enough, of course, do, you know, the thing that we shouldn't really have been letting him do, standing on the edge of the thing. So, but yeah, there we go. Splat. And then your sister's trying to hold you up and do the same thing. He's still standing there. And there we go. Now we're getting wet. Loads of fun. Always fun. We couldn't control who, him or me. Standing on a slippery edge. Yes, exactly. We're good parents. Now, what is this? Where is this at? I don't know. What is that?
That would have been in Mission Space.
Oh, yeah.
One of their crappier interactive things you could do.
Or was that Mission Space?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah, after the ride of Mission Space.
Canada, back when they had the chocolate mousse.
Yes. Le Cellier. There we go. That's a better picture.
And they actually made it look like a moose.
It was a moose.
No, that was not Disney Quest. That was Mission Space.
That was Mission Space.
They put a tongue on it.
We have been to Disney Quest a handful of times before they tore it down.
And we replaced it with something that nobody wanted, so they shut that down immediately.
It should be torn down any moment. And and we were there.
Why would they make it so specifically centered, especially on a dying sport, because everybody is being a little wuss and flopping at every opportunity they get?
Oh, yeah. I got hit.
You elbowed me.
I elbowed him. I shoved him. Do you see that? Anyway, yeah, the seller.
No, they didn't, because we're the size of a postage stamp.
But we did do Disney Quest. I don't think it was on this trip, but we did do it.
And we didn't go until
and then we went
years later.
And then we went. We were there the year, like a couple months before it closed, and then a month after it closed when they started tearing it down. I got video of it being destroyed.
Disney Quest was like the perfect amalgamation of the 80s and 90s. You went in there, and the music they were playing, they're still playing stuff from like Hercules.
Here we are, Stan. We're at your home.
They got
home
Toy
country
Story stuff.
Still at your home country. There you go. Oh, Canada. Okay, who can name this band?
Not me.
I'm sure Mary.
Stan, if you can't, we're very disappointed. And you're not Canadian.
Here, I'll keep it back. Okay, who is this band? There you go.
Well, now Stan can cheat, so we'll never know if
Yeah.
Stan was really
Now
Canadian.
Stan will say off kilter. Mary, I knew Mary would somehow pick that one up real quick. Yeah, Disney Quest was actually pretty cool, Mary. I mean, it had some old video, like you said. It was like the old stuff, the new stuff. It was a good mix. Only staying a day and a half. I guess that's after the cruise.
I'm thinking, didn't the Cellier would have been one dining credit back then?
Yeah, I think it was actually still. It might have been. It was on the verge of, I think, going 1.5.
Men with Kilts,
two
the
credits.
Canadian offshoot of Men with Hats.
And then this was back behind the UK
Mhm.
pavilion. This was behind that one store. And they had a meet and greet, which I don't think is.
I think it is.
It's there, but I don't think they have the meet and greet there anymore. But this was pretty cool. This was a good meetup. And I don't know what you're doing. You're like smacking your head, like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I was not very agreeable back then.
That was when the balloon was still. I got to put it down here. The balloon was still that instead of the blue color they changed it to, or whatever color. It's sort of blue now, isn't it?
I don't know. The country everybody skips.
Well, we go through it. It's fun. Yeah. Look at that. You're wearing the hat too.
Oh man! Don't put that picture up. I could get canceled.
What? What? Canceled from what?
Cultural appropriation.
Oh, jeez. Well, then I guess the trip where you guys are wearing the hats from China.
Don't mention that.
Marcus wasn't happy. Yeah, there was poo all over him. Yeah, I do prefer the old balloon too, Stan. I like the colors. I think they stand out better. Now, for all of you who miss the view across the lake without those big taco shell floats now sitting there, enjoy this view unobstructed by all the gaudiness of the new fireworks float things they got stationed out on the lake. Oh man, those were the days, right? Those were the days. Oh yeah, there you go. You got the Italia hat on.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, that's okay. That's not cultural appropriation.
Not at all.
You're at least part Italian. Yeah, burn the tacos, Mary. Burn them. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. They just one of them caught on fire.
Wait, rumors they are going away. So are they going to have to change what the show is again?
I don't know. Maybe they got enough complaints about them, but I mean, you see how nice the view is across there. I mean, look at that. Look at that compared to what it is now. And then, yeah, literally, like Stan was alluding to there with this joke. Yeah, they did.
Epcot Forever is coming back.
I would like that. I've heard Epcot Forever was one of the weirdest things.
Epcot Forever
Lasted
for
about
a limited time.
For a limited time. Forever for a limited time. Yeah, so that would be
You
nice.
got a really good picture of that one woman right there.
I know.
She's having a great time.
She's sitting there like this. I have no idea who she is. But yeah, so
these people,
the float caught on fire. The float caught on fire. Now
I mean, Harmonious hasn't had great reviews, has it?
Some people like it, some people don't. I've heard a mixed bag. Strangely enough, we've still never seen it
because we didn't see Epcot Forever or
because it
Harmonious.
just came out while we were there the last trip. We were
didn't
only at
see
Epcot.
either show.
We were there in Epcot the one night, and we ended up getting reservations. The reservation thing for Ratatouille.
And we skipped the show.
And it was while the show was going on. So we didn't get to watch the show. We came out literally as it was ending. I think we were done. The show was ending. And that was it. Another mask. Cultural appropriation again. Oh, man. On the fountains. Remember the fountain? Remember they used to have a fountain? Now they have big construction.
And you're walking around Epcot and it's going da, 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 da,
I like that.
That is Epcot in Future World has one of the best park soundtracks.
Yeah. There we go. Here we go. This is where we got the picture from the show for tonight. Yeah, Imagineering, the new show, is supposed to be a combination of Epcot Forever and Illuminations combined. Illuminations was still hands down one of their best things. I mean,
Reflections of Earth.
Reflections of Earth, exactly.
It's still,
I would like to see that. I would like to see the lake open back up again. Just bring the stuff out for the fireworks show.
oh yeah, well, our humming is so bad they're not gonna care.
Yes, they probably are. They're
But
gonna flag the show.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate?
Mind you, this is the
Epcot's-
second time in the same day.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate Epcot's
Disney Ducks,
Future World
Disney Ducks
OST?
For all you people out there who take pictures of ducks, there's their Disney Ducks.
Epcot's Future World OST was one of the best park soundtracks they've ever had.
Oh, I know. Sometimes I still, once in a while, will go on. And you can do this if you like that. Go to YouTube and you can play some of the soundtracks from the old.
Just listen to Epcot's overworld music.
Yeah.
If we're using gaming terms here.
You could go and do the. Oh, look at this thing.
Was that back when he was eating rice?
Look at this. Yep, I got pulled in. There it is. Look at that thing. That is awesome.
It's a monorail.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You remember where this was?
Yeah, that's the other thing next to Tep and
Whoa. Yeah. So this is not the one where they serve you, make the food while you're,
I don't remember what this one is called.
I don't remember what it's called either, but it is. It's the other restaurant in the same building. In fact, Taipanido or whatever is right behind us there,
it's
in
right
the next room.
Tokyo Dining.
Tokyo Dining.
I have a feeling that's not the name.
That could be.
I mean, it could be.
Very well could be. I think it was a fairly.
Japan just
name.
has a couple of really decent restaurants there.
They do.
Maybe not one of the best.
There you are with your chopsticks. He eats with chopsticks.
I try to.
I can't. He somehow manages to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
that monorail plate, the monorail kids meal, is a pretty cool thing.
This picture actually came out very well. I just saw this again for the first time today in years. And I'm still amazed. This picture came out really, really nice.
I'm still amazed that Japan has one of the best quick serve options ever.
Oh, they do.
Katsura Grill.
Mm-hmm. And then they've got some good food and wine stuff too, don't they? Yeah, they've got some good stuff there.
Japan has like one of the few food and wine things that I actually want to try other than Canada. Happy Stan, I want the food from Canada.
Yeah, well, that is true. It is. I think T9 was posting pictures of the different ones. I think it was Station 27, I think, or 28.
Also,
and that's the one that has the soup from Canada, and it's got the roll thing. And then
yes, it's the ninth wonder of the world.
And then it's got the fillet tips and stuff. Perfect combination of foods. This was that bog or whatever. It was, what is it? Cranberry? Is that cranberry bog or something that they had right in the middle of Epcot?
Yeah, you always used to see the cranberry juice commercials.
Yeah,
and they're walking around in the cranberry bogs.
Mm-hmm. And they actually had some cast members at some points during the day in their big, rubber boots walking through it.
Stan has yet to find a restaurant that sells cheddar cheese soup. Well, you're not in real Canada then. Also, let's not forget Brazil. That's a good stand.
Mary remembers the bog. Yep. There we go. There's that fountain again. It's not there anymore. Spaceship Earth. It says pre-light Spaceship Earth. I don't mind the lights. The lights are actually pretty cool that they added to it. Oh, and then of course we're heading out of the park. We got to go to Spaceship Earth one more time. We only had a couple pictures from that one. I don't know what
the Fountain of Nations.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to skip through these real quick. Fountain of Nations, exactly. Perfect. I love that. And the music was really good too.
You got 6 minutes.
Well, we really don't. We can go until who knows whenever. I'm going to fly through these. These were actually at, is it Merritt Island, I believe, near NASA.
We've got a Facebook user.
We have a Facebook. That's probably orange cone. I'm betting it's Ross, because last week for some reason he came in as Facebook user for a little bit too. I don't know why. Gonna go having fun jumping. But this is, yeah, we spent a day at Merritt Island, I believe. You could see this here. This is right there. There we go. That is the building at NASA that they build the rockets in and assemble them. Vehicle assembly building. Or it's vehicle assembly building, or VAB. Everything's an acronym at NASA. You have to call it by its acronym. If you do the NASA tour, you'll understand that. Everything is an acronym. It's a StreamYard thing. Yeah, I don't understand that, because normally that doesn't happen unless we post StreamYard directly to our group.
Nobody wants to see your vacation slides. Yes, not even me.
And if you post it directly to the group, then you have to click on StreamYard.com/something.
This would be the Fairy to Magic Kingdom.
But we don't post direct to the group. We just share it.
This would be the Fairy to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, you know why I'll bet it's doing it? Yes, that is actually. You know why it's doing that, I'll bet? Because StreamYard just changed something in the last few weeks. They used to post it as a post. Now they're posting it as an event. So I'll bet StreamYard didn't realize, and they're going to have to probably make some fix if they can to change it from, I'll bet you they can't fix it. And if that's the case, then when we do that, when I share it to the group, I'm going to have to put that link on there so people that get in through the group versus our page can click the link and say, I'm so-and-so, and then StreamYard will recognize them.
Mm-hmm.
So they made an enhancement, and the enhancement obviously broke something else. But that's what usually happens. Yes, this is the ferry going to Magic Kingdom. There we go. You can see the Polynesian, left the Polynesian, going to Magic Kingdom. There's the Magic Kingdom. There's the castle. And this was obviously, again, it was in October 2012. So things were decorated. Not quite as, not as much as they have now, but they were decorated for Halloween. So the streamer wouldn't let. Oh yeah, that was weird. I remember you mentioning that, and that was just, they've been doing some weird things, Stan. I don't know what's going on there, but now, this is another bug. Apparently, now that they've moved it from a post to an event, it's apparently broken something else that's now causing it to need to be, it just shows Facebook user in the group. You should report it and put a support tick. I think I might do that, Steve. I think I might do that, because it's obviously not something that it should be doing.
How is it that they had the face projection technology already figured out back then?
Yeah.
And then they do the Frozen whatever ride, and they decide to do it on a face with a very, clear, not a clear cutoff, or a face that shouldn't have a clear cutoff area.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mr. Potato Head, it's his eyes. They only need to do his eyes.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear, they only need to do the part of his face that's showing.
Yeah.
And then they do Anna and Elsa, and then they've got this part of their face.
It's like the back of their ears, and this thing is a little
it just
weird
looks
looking.
wrong.
Yeah. But any upgrade to software is always a mess, and it messes with the speech software.
I get annoyed when anything updates its interface for no reason other than just to change it for no reason, especially when it's something for personal use that people use on a regular basis. This is a pet peeve right here. The bars between 2012 and now, it was a number of years ago, but in 2012, you could actually get into the Zurg prison and take pictures. And then they changed it. They moved the bars closer together, so you can't get in there anymore. That wet thing, the wet sphere ball of constellations or whatever. Well, this I don't think is constellations. What is it? At NASA, it's constellations. This thing is what? I don't remember what it is there. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone can we see. We'll remember. Can I get close enough? No. Also, there's not enough pixels. Might just be Earth. There's not enough pixels for you to make it out. Not enough pixels. Okay.
Now this is cool. This is 2012. Now you see
That
off
would be New Fantasyland.
This is New Fantasyland, and this I believe is construction.
No, that didn't fix it.
What's that? No. What did you try? I'm curious what you tried.
Yeah, you can see the start of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is being
maybe highlighted on the actual computer, and you can see the beginnings of.
Look at that construction going on. I think this is again is just part of New Fantasyland still being worked on.
That's part of what is it? That would be the Little Mermaid area.
Mm-hmm. The grotto type thing, I think. Yeah.
And then to the left would have been part of what would that be? That would be the Beauty and the Beast area.
Okay, so granting permission to StreamYard and Facebook. You know, maybe if there is a link. I don't know if it's this link you just tried or not, but I'm curious to see what you did. Maybe we can private message after the show here. Okay, so again, construction going on. Now they got Dumbo. I don't know if they had both of them going or not yet, or if it was still just one at this point. But there's the Dumbo.
I think they had both going.
Hard to tell. I'm trying to see if we can get a picture that shows the other one. There's the roller coaster behind it there.
Mm-hmm. There's the other
castle.
One. There's the other one.
Yeah. So they did have both of them there. Oh my goodness, what happened to your hair?
I did not want to cut for some reason.
Okay, and then you get a little bit of a view. This is pretty cool. You get a view of New Fantasyland.
Is that the Tron ride?
No. no, but this is this is, part of New Fantasyland still being built. This, I believe, is still part of the coaster. The coaster was the last thing they got done. But the rest of New Fantasyland was pretty much there. And you'll see in a second here. Here we go. Always got to go in the teacups. Always got to go. Okay, there's the top part.
Can you believe how tiny that castle actually is?
It's very tiny. It's a forced perspective thing. That's what they call it anyway. Up on the paddle boat. Time. Always got to go on Big Thunder Mountain. Goats. Love the goats. Now, we had lunch or dinner, obviously inside the castle.
The castle, not the other castle, because it wasn't open yet.
Cinderella Castle. Yeah, there.
Look at that. Never noticed them up there.
Look at that. Look at those guys hanging around up there. Next time you go, try and find them. See if you can see where they're at.
No hints on that picture other than the banner.
It's out there somewhere. Or maybe it's not. Maybe they took them out.
It's on TV.
On TV.
How would they take those things out? They probably forgot they were even up there themselves.
Yeah, really. Now, this is before they changed her outfit, too, right?
Yep.
This isn't appropriate anymore. Can't have that, so, okay.
Except even in the new movie, they still kind of have outfits like that.
I think this is one of the first times that we videoed it.
Yeah, I don't do that one anymore.
Yeah, this was, I think, we actually videoed that ride. Again, this is before WDWpov was in existence.
Some kid probably, yeah.
I did some video, mostly, some kid probably got his head stuck in Zurg jail. Yeah, more than likely. I had a neighbor kid that got his head stuck in a railing at their house. They had to actually cut it off. The railing, not his head. The railing, they cut it off. They did. I mean, seriously, the kid somehow got his head stuck in the railing going up to their porch, and they had to cut off the railing to get his head out. Now look how plain the castle looks. I mean, I don't mind. It looks nice. It's still nice. It's classic. But now with, compared to what it looks like now, I mean, it's just amazing how plain it looks right there looking back on it. You disappeared? You're still there. I can still see you. Your shirt's still there. Yeah, he just turned 8. So Jack just turned 8 on this trip. And Marcus was 9, going on 10. He wasn't quite 10 yet, but he was. Yeah, that was a heck of a trip. Backside of water. Got to get the backside of water. This is, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, we're on the cars. I don't know what this is, gang. It's just a picture. I don't know what that was exactly, but obviously the lights were. You look like you're going like 100 miles an hour.
I mean, to me back then, it probably felt like it. That's me driving now.
Yeah. Oh, man. You're taking the wheel. Taking the wheel. Okay, there's Mom hard at work trying to shoot Zurg. Oh, man. And there you guys are, you and Melissa. And then we had some fireworks. Okay. Not the best pictures, but they're there. Inside the castle. Love the inside of the castle. Now, there you go. Castle looks pretty cool like that. Yeah, and Mary says the 50th castle is nice. It's not overdone. It is nice. And we did get to see nighttime parades. Remember when there were nighttime parades? Yeah, joke on the Jungle Cruise. It's the elephants, 2 babies under a full moon. So here we go. There's that part of the parade and that part. That's the only pictures I got because I think I actually might have videoed this when we were there. So I didn't get any really decent pictures.
Oh yeah, remember those balloons?
Yeah, those are classics. They still do those.
You remember when they used to not have the outer balloon?
You still have. You actually, we didn't buy that trip,
but we did buy it at some point.
Did buy it like 4 years later.
Remember when the balloons didn't have the outer balloon on them?
Pete's Dragon. Yeah, they did. They used to have.
You can still see it in the.
It's one of my favorites.
You can still see it in Muppet Vision 3D.
Right.
The background. There's people holding the balloons without the outer balloon.
Very good.
How old it is.
Very good point. Yeah. So if you watch Muppet
Vision 3D.
3D, you can see people holding the. Look at that. That is a classic. Imitating the pumpkin guy behind you there.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
That was fun. I don't know what you're doing there.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, now this is sort of funny in a way because you remember that gas station?
Man, can you believe how high gas prices are?
The Shell station always had these obscenely high prices at Disney, just outside of Disney. And now it actually doesn't look as high as, it's actually not too far off of what we're paying. It's not funny. And Cece's Pizza. Yes, Cece's Pizza. Yeah, StreamYard is, you maybe after, like I said, Orange County, after the thing, you can maybe tell me what link or what you did, because there is supposed to be a link that you go to for StreamYard to give Facebook permission or something. Maybe that's the one you used. It probably is. And if it's still
wonder how much that gas station is now.
Yeah,
12.
I wonder what it is. I wonder. I have to check it out.
Now they are speedways owned by 7-Eleven.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. They're all changing hands. Now you see Marcus's face here.
I'm not a morning person.
You see, no, that's not the problem. We're going to a park that he does not like.
Oh yeah, we're going to
Animal Kingdom. Yeah, it is not his favorite park at all. Oh, we got Doug. There we go. That was one of the first years they had them there. It might have been the first year they had them there. When did that movie come out?
2009.
2009. Okay, so they probably had them out around 10. Yeah, so it was the first couple of years they had them. Tough to Be a Bug, got the Monkeys, got Expedition Everest. We're going through these quickly. Obviously, the Kilimanjaro Safari.
The show is still going.
The show is still going. I love this ride. Expedition Everest. Yeah, Doug's cool.
I do better at Animal Kingdom if we split up. Yeah, because then we don't have to walk across it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see this picture until I think Mom is a little bit afraid on Expedition Everest. That's probably the last
never
time.
been on it.
You've never been on it? Never. Are you kidding me? Never. I thought I got you on it at least once.
Nope.
Your brother goes on. I mean, he's on it like he'll go on 2-3 times. A shot.
Good for him.
You got to go on it once.
No,
come on. You
no.
got it. It doesn't go upside down. Doesn't loop. You stay forward and upright the whole time.
No.
And this was back when blurry pictures, back when it was the full thing still. Warthog got the whole shebang there. Oh, there's a couple of pictures coming up here. Okay. Yeah, what Steve's saying, one time we were at the airport, had to fill our car up. Gas was over $5 non-Florida residents. What? And $3 for Florida residents? I didn't even know that was a thing. Did you know they had gas stations that, based on where you live, they charge you more money?
I feel like you could have sued for discriminatory policies.
Yeah, Orange Gun's right about this. Yeah, I think you should be able to. That's crazy. I never heard of that. Yeah, going at sunset because the lions are more active. And yeah, we have a couple of times gone when it was toward the end of the day like that. And you'll see them up and about a little bit more than usual. I've never heard of that, Mary, where they actually charge more or less. I don't know, Steve, that's crazy. Okay, here we go. This is the guy right here. That's a pretty cool picture. You got to admit, that's a pretty cool picture. We're having fun. We're dancing. We're singing. Having a good time. She's having a really good time. Look at her. She's like laughing like she's never seen it before. Yeah. Okay. So Stan's saying they're back to the full show, but they don't take kids out of the audience. Do they do the thing at the beginning where they pull even adults?
Some sad sack out of the audience.
Like some sad sack like they did to me the one time. I was in the warthog section, which we always have to be in the warthog section because of Jack. That's his favorite section. But yeah, the one show, and it's on our YouTube. If you go to YouTube, WDWpov, and look for this show, this particular show, you will see me getting pulled out of the audience. I was actually doing the video at the time. I was doing it on my iPhone. And I actually handed the iPhone over to Mom, and it was almost seamless. She took the phone. I went up. I did my thing as the warthog, and then came back, sat down, and then videoed the rest.
Universal can buy land and build a whole park in less time.
I know it's.
Well, they're supposed to be opening up a new section of Universal Orlando in 2025.
Yeah, that's. I know it's sad. I don't understand. They don't do anything with the audience. That's what I figured. I don't even think they do the roar or the snort or nothing. Huh. Yeah. So if you want to go and watch the old show with the old audience participation, go to our YouTube channel and you can watch me doing like that.
Can you believe that?
Back to EPCOT.
Can you believe that? Universal is planned to have something built, started and finished in less time than the Tron coaster has taken.
Yes, I know. So this is one of those things. We go to, Animal Kingdom because he doesn't like Animal Kingdom so much. We go like half to 3/4 of the day, and then we go back over to one of the other parks and loop back around. I thought it was against the law, but we had to catch our flight, so we just filled our rental car up and turned it in. So that's the trick. Yeah, because since it's near the airport and they know you got to come back with a full tank of gas, they're going to...
Yeah, and Tron is not a new concept. It's a copy-paste.
Yeah, really. It's already been done. Thanks. I do snort like a professional. Indiana Jones, that's half the fun. That's half the fun is the audience participation part. But maybe someday. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's a copy-paste. Exactly. I mean, it's been done.
It's a great... What? How?
What?
How did that angle even happen?
That head?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, why are the faces backwards when they should be? Why would they make that? That's their fault for making that angle.
Yeah, you think about it. Yeah, your heads are facing
the opposite direction.
I mean, I'm reading the newspaper and my head's like this.
Yep, this is how you read a newspaper.
Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Nice. But look at how did that get like that? Right here. Look at this.
Is his hand in his shirt?
I don't know.
Hopefully Tron won't become a Control Alt Delete.
Oh my! Now let's see. What were you eating here, Marcus? What were you eating?
I had
here?
an ice cream sandwich.
You got your. I don't know. Is it an ice cream sandwich?
It could be an ice cream bar.
Yeah, I think it might be an ice cream bar. You got the ice cream bar. Ice cream bar. You might have been carrying an ice cream bar back then. No, it's still not open. Can we see?
I don't know why I'm taking so long.
I don't know either. That looks like a nice.
That's a bar.
Yeah, I think that's a bar.
That's a bar.
Caught with an ice cream bar, you ice cream sandwich lover.
Before I even had an ice cream sandwich, so before I converted.
Back to the shark. Got to get in the shark again. And we got to touch the tip of the shark every time. And he doesn't do that anymore, by the way. He finally did grow out of this, but like we'd go to the seas and every time touch the shark's eye, touch the shark's fin.
What I failed.
Oh, here's the bog person. See, this was the next day or
I
day
still
two.
fail to understand why they put so much effort into a park in Shanghai where the residents can't even actually go much.
Did you catch Oren's comment there?
Yeah.
If Tron fails, that will.
And when they did let residents go in early, they trashed the place immediately.
Right.
And pooped in bushes.
Now, this guy just happened, we don't know him, no idea, but he happened to be wearing this 4-H shirt. He's from Virginia, obviously. He's a 4-H agent, extension agent, and we're big into 4-H. So my daughter saw the guy's shirt and just went over, started talking to him, and just started.
You still have no idea who this guy is, I guess.
No, I mean Melissa might remember.
He's probably not even.
But that was also the year your sister was 4-H queen, so that was fun. Old car wash things that spin around and look like a Coke bottle.
Because Shanghai isn't owned by Disney, it's a licensed park.
Hey, look, we're on Spaceship Earth again. Not that we don't do it too often, do we?
And Japan is also licensed parks, so they get cooler stuff.
Oh my goodness. And then the end of the day over at EPCOT on that particular day, Animal Kingdom, EPCOT, and then we get to do the end of the day in the land.
How many times did you go on space?
I think it was like 5 times in that 2 days, 5 or 6 maybe. It was crazy. Yeah, so yeah, this is a nice meet and greet, which they've brought back. Yeah, it was fun. That's fun. I don't know about doing the nose thing though. I don't think they do that as much. They probably try to avoid that.
No, you got to get. Yeah, Japan and Hong Kong are licensed as well. Again, why Japan gets cooler parks.
I don't know what you're doing there.
Can you believe that it is cheaper to fly to Japan and get park tickets there than it is to drive down to Florida?
That's a little crazy, I know.
Still factoring in the fact that you need to fly to Japan. It's cheaper.
This is yeah, I know. We should try that. Maybe that's what we should do. We'll go next month.
Except
November.
It's still not an amazing time to go to other countries.
Yeah. Now, this is another thing Jack always had to do was touch the whiskers.
I mean, they are made of rubber.
You have to.
Made of rubber. Is that a bow tie?
No, it's like a neckerchief type thing, I think.
Because they're farmers.
Yeah.
On the land.
Oh man,
I really did not want to be there. I think
you were having a good time. Now you're ducking your head out of the way. There we go. Made our own little Mickey Mouse there out of the plates. I got a flight to Paris for about the same as a flight to Florida, and the park tickets they were less expensive. Oh, and then we did a little birthday celebration for Jack there, a little bit of cake. That was nice. There's Mickey. Now here's the interesting thing.
Are you almost done with this?
No, I got about another 600 slides to go. No, I'm just kidding. I did want to show something else though. I want to, and I'll jump through quickly here because I know we're running way late, but I wanted to get back to, we did go back to Magic Kingdom, and there was a point where we did. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one. It's actually, it starts out at Hollywood Studios, but just bear with me. There we go. And then we gotta go full screen. Boom, there it is. So I'm going to jump through these a lot quicker, but there are some things here you're going to see some of these pictures and you're going to go, oh, I remember that. Well, first off, Pixar Studio, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. This is back, and I'm glad they brought it back. I'm glad they brought it
look
back.
at how much better that is with the eyes.
What's that? Oh, the eyes, yeah. But
it works so well with just the eyes.
But there was that period of time they took them down, and then they redid that whole thing, and then they brought them back, which I'm glad they did. I was bummed when they got rid of them. Do you guys remember the hat? How many of you liked the hat? Honest answers. How many of you like the hat?
It's
How many
still
of you hated the hat?
It's still the only defining landmark that people actually remember, I think. Because Tower of Terror is not a good landmark for the park, and neither is the Chinese Theater necessarily.
Well, they had the Earful Tower. Mm-hmm. That's gone.
They have no landmark for
Orange Cone. Mary says they love the hat. Yeah, this was I think one of the last.
They should have moved it. Where would they move it to?
I'll tell you what. I saw it when it was being disassembled, and I don't think there would have been any way that hat was going anywhere other than the scrapyard. I mean, it was just, I know, right in front of the theater. That was the only goofy thing, Stan. It was like, I like the theater view.
Yeah, it's Mickey.
What's that?
It's a Mickey hat.
It is a Mickey hat. What about it?
You said it's a goofy thing.
Oh. Boo. I did. I liked the hat. Where it was placed wasn't great. If they could have moved it, would have been nice. But like I said, I saw when they were disassembling the thing, and it wasn't going anywhere unless
that is one of the most disfigured Green Army men I've ever seen. I feel like they look way better now.
They do look a little better, I think,
because I think they just do face paint.
Yeah. No, I think they do still have something on.
They have some type of thing on, but
it was purchased by the Antique Auto Museum in Volo. Just got delivered last weekend and will be on display. Are you kidding me? I hadn't heard that. That's interesting. So they didn't scrap it. I mean, I heard back then.
Did they just keep it locked in a vault for
I don't know what
over
they
10
were
years?
Stuck in the garage somewhere. Another thing that's not there anymore. Singing in the Rain.
Still have not seen that.
What do you mean?
The movie.
Oh, the movie. Oh, but you remember this, and you would, you hit the button, and it would start raining around the umbrella. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool thing. We always, and again, it's like you had these landmark things that you did, where you'd go every year, especially with the kids. You'd try and take a picture in that spot every time you went. And okay, everybody, you know what's here, right? This is still there. A lot of stuff has changed around this area, but this is still there. And there it is.
Star Wars, Muppets, Star Wars.
There it is. Yeah, Star Wars surrounding the Muppets area. It's a little bit out of place, but it's still there. Fortunately. I was worried they were going to get rid of it at one point. And then obviously the fountain where you've got, you got the little.
Yeah, I feel the way it's set up still makes perfect sense.
Weird Mickey in there.
Star Tours is still treated more like a on-set movie thing almost area.
The Star Tours part, for sure. Yeah. The other part makes you feel a little bit more like you're part of the actual being on Batuu. But yeah, Star Tours is still handled a lot more like it's a movie set. Not kidding. My friend owns a museum, and they have the largest display of Disney memorabilia. So where is that again? That is in Volo. Where is Volo? Am I missing? Do you know what Volo means?
No.
Okay. We need more info. We're going to have to look that up. Yeah, the Kermit balloon is gone. I know. That bugged me when that happened. They got rid of it. Yeah, I mean, so much history.
Volo, Illinois.
Volo, Illinois. Okay, and that's not that far that'd be about a 6 to 8 hour drive for us. Might be a trip we're going to have to make. And then the old meet and greet with Sorcerer Mickey.
The entire building got turned into a Star Wars thing temporarily.
Yep, this was also there in the building, which was Star Wars based stuff.
Man, look at those well-toned thigh muscles.
That's what I look like most days. Yeah. Oh man, this was the what's this candy store called? It's on near the corner there, north suburbs of Chicago, near Wisconsin. Okay, that's doable. That is doable. Another thing that's no longer there. Oh my goodness, I'm hitting all kind of stuff now that's not there anymore. Oh, he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there.
He's in two places.
And now he's in two places. You're right.
Pee Wee Herman is in two places.
Pee Wee Herman. Yep, he's still there at Star Tours, and he's also tending bar.
Oh, of course, T9 decides to show up a half hour after we were supposed to finish.
You didn't miss anything, T9. We're just starting. And this is another thing that's gone but not forgotten. Yeah, great movie ride. I don't mind the new ride, mind you. I actually like the new ride.
It's one of the better things based off of the new Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah, it's the only thing that really is a Mickey
good about the
ride.
New art style.
But
it's the only good thing that comes from that art style.
But I definitely do miss the great movie ride. Okay, yeah. If you can get some photos, definitely post some of those photos of the sorcerer's hat thing if it's up and available. Yeah, so T9, we were just talking about future trips to Disney, and I know a lot of you have been on recent trips to Disney, you being one of them. So interesting. So I'm sure you had a great time. Marcus, are you going to sleep? Are you melting? Are you melting? He's leaving. Oh, wait, you can watch a couple of these. These are fun. Remember the playground area? The playground area there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is, where where this is? Brown Derby. It's still
they all look like they're having a great time.
Actually did have a good meal. It was a good time. Here we go. Back to the playground. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground. That's another gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is forgotten at this point.
I remember it. You remember it.
Advertising.
What is this here? Where are we at now? Oh, we're back.
Droid factory.
Yeah, droid.
Oh, remember when Phineas and Ferb was there?
There you go. There they are. We didn't even bother waiting in line. We said, forget the line. We're not standing here just to get in line to get a picture with them. They just stood off to the side of the line and got a picture.
I do not like 3D Ferb or 3D front-facing Phineas.
I mean, that was definitely worth not waiting in line for.
Yeah. I mean, their faces were not meant for 3D.
And then this is the other goofy thing, was this time of year, we'd get there. Don't knock my lights down. Say goodbye, Marcus.
Goodbye.
So we would get there a lot of times in October. It was sort of like one of our September, was one of our regular times. And we'd see the decorations. Oh, there you go, Stan. There's the balloon. There's the balloon in the background. But we would see the decorations for the Christmas light show at Hollywood Studios, but never got to see them until somewhat recently, maybe a couple of years. I think when did we go? Well, I think it might have been 2014 or 2015. I think 2014 or something. We finally got to see those lights just a year or two before they got rid of them. And then Fantasia coming back in just a few days, actually, about a week, I think. Early November, I think, is the return date. They are supposedly taking some things out and adding some new video and some new stuff, some new things going on there. But they're finally getting that back open. Okay, thank you. So Orange Cone sent a link to the museum on Messenger. Let me see if I can do this very quickly. Just bear with me a second, because my partner guy here Let's see if I can get this copied. Copy link address. Okay. So this is apparently the museum that Ross was talking about, the Volo Museum. I'm going to go ahead and get this put up here in the comments right now. Here we go. Hopefully this, I did click on the link just to make sure it was legit. So Volo Museum. So that basically what Orange Cone is saying is the hat is there. Yeah, this, yeah, 20. Yeah, so Stan's saying he never got to see them. In fact, this year will be the first time I see any Walt Disney World decorations. Oh my goodness, Christmas decorations. Yeah, you're in for a treat. I mean, it's really great. You got to try and do some resort hopping. Go to the Grand Floridian. You got to see the tree there. Also, the gingerbread house is amazing to see. Buy some gingerbread stuff from there. Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. Go to Wilderness Lodge. They've got a huge tree inside there in the lodge. It's amazing. Just go to as many different high-end resorts that are there that have trees. And then obviously downtown Disney Springs. They've got trees all over the place too. And then they've got like a tree, special decoration Christmas lane type thing with a bunch of smaller trees, but they've decorated with different themes from different shows and things like that. Yeah, 2015 was the last year, and I think we were there. 2014, I think, was when we finally got to see the Osborne lights. And this boat is before they added the plexiglass. Yes, it is, Stan. This was before that, before they added the plexiglass, where somebody went, whoosh, took a tumble. T9 is saying, I never really cared for the lights. I thought they were gaudy. They were sort of fun. They were gaudy type fun. I don't know if this link actually posted correctly. If it didn't, if someone does, let me know. But if not, you could still look up the Volo Museum in just north of Chicago, basically, Chicago, Illinois. So that is where the hat is supposed to go. Yeah, Phantasmic returns November 3rd. So it does. And Mary says that the link does work. So that's good. Okay. I'm doing double time here. I'm doing slides and comments. This is a great show, though. I hope they didn't change it so much that it's not good. I mean, I can't imagine they changed it that much. I know there were a few questionable scenes in it, and there were some parts to me that were just a little slow moving. So maybe they've upped the game on that. Yeah, a little bit of fun here. And there we go. Nighttime. Last look at the thing. Now this, okay, this is Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna go, there were just a few there. Magic Kingdom, of course, great. Always got to get a picture on the thing there. Back to Dumbo, back to the teacups. But this is what I want to jump to. Although there are some cute pictures of Jack here. He would have been, again, 8, just turned 8. Love those pictures of him. Yeah, so Stan, he saw the link to the museum, but didn't see the hat. Looks like a cool museum. I think what Orange Cone was saying is I think the light or the hat is just getting finished or something. It sounds like it's just coming online, so they might not have their website up to date on that. And he said, Orange Cone says his battery is dying. Have a great night. If you get a chance to watch the rest of this after the fact, though, Orange Cone, it's a little bit of interest as far as the new Fantasyland, that we actually got to go in the new Fantasyland before it was open. So that's coming up here in just a few seconds. More meet and greets with the princesses. Look at that hair. Yeah, it's like Patty said, this was the stage where he would not let us cut his hair, not let anyone cut his hair. Yeah, you can see a few mangly, not exactly, the bowl shape looking thing, not exactly the best look, but it's what we could do. It's what Patty could, get in there. Oh no, Stan's losing his battery too. Everybody's losing their batteries. They just got the hat delivered. It will be on this. Oh my, 2025. Okay, Stan. So Stan, that's what Ross is saying. Not till 2025, but they just received it. So yeah, that's what I said. It was in the pieces. I mean, I can imagine it's going to take a while to get that thing back together, the way I saw it being taken apart. Back to the cars. Hold on. We'll do this real quick. Back onto there again. I mean, that was another thing he had to do all the time. Jack loved doing. Okay, so this is New Fantasyland. Okay, here we are at the front of New Fantasyland before it's open. So this is in 2012. Now we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And look at this right here. We zoom in on it. Welcome to our dress rehearsal of New Fantasyland. They were basically just supposedly at the time, just letting in pretty much cast members, okay, on this particular day. But it was a little rainy and a little dreary. It was sort of misty. And so what they said was they let us in. Now, Patty had the magic touch because I went up earlier and said something like, "Oh, would we be able to get in? Is there any possibility that they'll let other than cast members for this special day?" And they looked at me and said, "No, buddy, get out of here. We're going to kick you out of the park." No, they didn't say that, but they said, "Yeah, we'd really like to, but no." A few hours later, we tried again, although it was sprinkling at this point. So now this is when the rain started a little bit. Patty goes up to the cast members, talking, chit-chatting, being real nice and everything, and asked, again, is it possible we can go back? They said, "Sure, come on back." And they just, come on, enjoy it. Yeah. So, so they let us into New Fantasyland before it was officially open during one of their dress rehearsals. Yeah, they're constructing a building for it to protect it from the nasty weather. Yeah, Chicago weather's not the best. Us Northeastern people know all that kind of stuff. So they let us in, and we got to go on some of the rides that were there. Now, obviously, again, the roller coaster wasn't there. The mine train ride still wasn't there. It was during the construction phase still, but we got to go on. Ariel's. We went in Ariel's grotto. We went on the ride itself. It was very cool. I mean, very, very state of the art back then. Some of these pictures didn't come out great, but this one I was surprised. I don't know how I got this one, but it's tough taking pictures with a SLR type camera, let alone when you're in the dark and on a ride and moving. But somehow I got this one, which came out very nice. I thought very sharp, very crisp picture of Ariel during the ride. And Ursula, of course. Now this one didn't come out so great. This is a very tough picture. If you ask any photographer, they'll say this is one of the toughest pictures to get. I have gotten some over the years of that, but that was obviously the first time I ever tried. I didn't know what what to expect, what was going to be there. But that was fun. So we got to go again, another dress rehearsal sign. And then, okay, Gaston's, okay? You see this mug? This is the history of this mug right here. We got this mug 10 years ago, almost to the day, at Gaston's Tavern before New Fantasyland was open. So here's to you, Gaston. I never really, and it's sort of funny. I mean, I didn't even think about this until I just am bringing the picture up right now that, hey, this is pretty cool. 10 years ago to the day almost is when we got this mug. it was interesting because the cast members, the photographers, still didn't exactly know what angles they were taking pictures from. So they actually, obviously these are pictures we took, but the cast members were also taking pictures and trying to angle us and put us in different spots and do different poses. And so they were just all, it was a dress rehearsal, and they were still themselves trying to figure out the best way to do certain things. So that was sort of fun, being able to help them out and figure out how they wanted to take some pictures. There we go, the pork shank. There we go, LeFou's Brew, and there is the original mug. Now the mug has changed slightly over the years, but you can see from this picture, this is indeed the original design Gaston mug. Pretty cool. And there it is. There's LeFou's Brew. In fact, Marcus, he may have taken the first sip out of this particular cup. We have a couple of them, but he may have been the one who took the first sip out of that particular cup right there. And there's Gaston's Tavern again. And then we got to go into the restaurant. And you'll see here, there's like nobody in here except for a handful of, you can see some people in the background, just a handful of cast members, also being trained and learning how to do whatever they were going to have to do in the restaurant, be our guest restaurant. There we go. This one came out a little better. And again, this was the first time we'd ever seen any of this stuff. So I'm trying to mess with some different camera settings, trying to get some different pictures. We were only able to like tour through the outside part of it. We weren't allowed actually in this part. We were just allowed right up to the entranceway there while they were doing their training. And there's the famous stained glass window. There we go. And then we got to do the, this was the first time we got to do this. This was pretty cool. This was, the, I'm just looking at a few of the comments here. Yeah, it was very, very neat to be able to go in there and have some fun in there. Let's see. Patty saying, I love you, but I can't stand this much talking. My head is going to explode. I'm just trying to talk through what's going on in the pictures. I'm not, I'll stop talking. How's that? And it was, yes, Stan, it was actually, it was pretty cool. I mean, you're there and you're just there at the right time. And like I said, Patty's got the magic touch, though. I mean, I tried to ask, and they said no. A couple hours later, she asks, and they say, "Oh, sure, come on, we'll let you tour it, and enjoy your time there." And this is part of the memory type thing. The memories, you get something like this, you don't want to let it go. Yeah, this was inside. I don't know if any of you have ever done this particular attraction. This particular case, Patty got to be the wardrobe. They picked different people for different parts. Jack was, one of the people that they have in the show that I think one of the townspeople or something. And or no, actually, wait, hold on. This time is that the dog? Was he the dog that time? I think he was, wasn't he? Yes, he was. I can't remember the name of the dog, but there's the wardrobe. You look like a nice wardrobe. You make a really nice wardrobe. You're a very good looking wardrobe, by the way. Not too often you get to compliment your wife by telling her she looks like a very nice looking wardrobe. I was sure you would understand that comment. Oh, wait. Okay. She must have said, I love that I love you, but I can't stand this much talking. Oh, she wasn't talking. For once, she wasn't talking about me. Talking about my mother-in-law. Okay. Who happens to be living with us for at least the month of October, maybe a little longer. Let's see. Okay, so Stan's saying he's only done it once. Yeah, they need to open this up. Yeah, cut him off. I'm not sure what who cut what. Are you getting me again? The footstool. Yeah, but it was like a dog. The footstool was a dog. I don't know if it had a name or whatever. Yeah, I know. Oh no. Fortunately, hopefully only another week or two, Mary. But yeah, so when I said it's very crazy around here, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the show about, our last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday were just completely, crazy days and no time to plan a show or do anything like that. Add that extra layer right there that you just realized. Oh, she was talking about me. It's a number of hours of talking by everyone. Okay, so it's not just me though. It's all the talking that's been going on today. I don't talk much during the day, but someone else does. Let's see. But yeah, so she got to be the wardrobe. Jack got to be the footstool. Oh, and my daughter, you can see how she was dressed here with the Disney bounding or whatever you want to call it. Although this was actually a sort of a costume type thing, but they have gone Disney bounding a number of times, her and my wife, over the years. So, and there she is. Beauty and the Beast. There's Belle. And there's Jack, the footstool. And my wife, the wardrobe. It's a cool attraction. If you get a chance to do this, they basically, tell tales, basically it's talking about Beauty and the Beast, and you get to obviously meet Belle, and, Jack just completely enamored by Lumiere up at the top here, who's moving around and talking, and it's fun to watch. He loves watching Lumiere. Just his favorite character from the movie. There he is with Belle. A few years after this, we have a picture of him with Belle that's just completely out of this world, precious type picture where he is hugging her, head on, hugging Belle, and she was just so understanding. She held him and hugged him back for such a long time. It was an awesome moment, and she was very understanding and very, very kind. And then back to the grotto. This time we went in to actually see the live version of Mermaid. Okay, and then it's back to Gaston's again. And you can see they're still trying to do, here we go. This is one of the pictures they wanted us to do a pose for, to try and figure out how to do it. And they moved us around a little bit, and they wanted to try and get the castle top in the background and some other things. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool day. That was a very cool day. But yeah. It's closed. I'm not sure what's closed. Something's closed. Not sure what's closed. Oh, maybe. Oh, the grotto, maybe. That's possible. Yeah, wife is the wardrobe, husband is the camera. The cookie tables. Oh my goodness. So getting back to this wedding thing. I don't know so much if I got close-ups of the cookie tables themselves. I did get a couple of pictures of the, this is not a joke, the cookie room. Okay. They had over 88, I think, no, it was 88 different types of cookies. And I think, there were several hundred people at this wedding. I think 300 or so, maybe plus. And I think they had at least a dozen or 2 dozen. If you worked it out right, I think it was a dozen to 2 dozen cookies per person if you wanted to eat that many cookies. A lot of people did do some take-home boxes and took cookies home with them, but the cookie room was literally a place called it's a restaurant. I mean, it's actually a restaurant at this place called that's not Stambaugh, Powers Auditorium, and they have a restaurant there. The cookie room was the restaurant portion of that building. It was huge. Yeah, Enchanted Tales with Belle is still closed. Okay, so they're slowly bringing back more things. I noticed like well, again, Fantasmic is just opening up in early February. So both Stan and Mary is talking about Enchanted Tales with Belle are still closed. They keep bringing back a little more. Hopefully they can bring back some more magic along with it. So anyway, I think we're getting toward the end here. Getting toward the end. Yeah. Marcus is like, wow. Here we are back to the castle again. And there we are. Construction over at New Fantasyland, still working on the roller coaster. This was the other cool thing that they had for maybe about 5 or 10 years. It's not there anymore. I think they started it again. It was around 2012, 2011. They started this thing where you had these like trading cards and you went around to these different posts throughout Magic Kingdom at the time. And you would just put the card up in front of, like in this case, this picture, and it would activate it. And you can see it's like starts to morph and turns into a portal. And then you go through and do these different things. And it would have like a little challenge for you. And you'd have to pull out a different card that you think would win the challenge or get you to the next step. And then it would morph back into this and tell you to go to the next station, like maybe go to wherever. In this case, it was this little receiving window near near the steamboat area. And in this particular one, the drapes opened up, the portal opened up, you did something, and then here's another one. They just, everything turned into some kind of special thing. Oh, this was a cool one. This was in the fireplace, and the little magical stuff happened. That was fun. They don't have that anymore. They got rid of it a few years ago. That was an interesting thing. And again, this is, getting toward Halloween time. So you can see there are definitely non-Disney cast member people dressed as different characters like that. So that was good. Always got to do the teapots. That was the end of Magic Kingdom for the day. You can see, the trams. Yeah, that's the other thing that they still haven't 100% brought back are the trams to get to your parking space. We had a great spot here, though. You can see we're literally 1-2 spots off of the road there where the tram dropped us off. So not a long walk there. And I think this was our last, this just go quick here. This is our last day. So this is the morning of our last day. Head over to Cape May Cafe over, Yacht and Beach Club area. Do a little character breakfast, which again, unfortunately, they're starting to bring those character meals. Jack, why don't you hop in here for just a second? Say hi to everybody.
What does Cape May Cafe mean?
Cape May Cafe was this place right here. It was a little place that we've gone to a few times over the years. And this, it was a character breakfast. You having fun there looking at yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Yeah, Stan saying, yeah, hopefully they do something with Magic Band Plus. Yeah, that would be cool. They do the Magic Bands. They'd make it like an interactive game kind of thing. I think there are some plans to do something like that. I think already, I think they're starting to bring some interactive capabilities, game type thing out. I think I just read about just in the last week or so. Yeah, I knew, Mary. I knew you like Cape May. I figured you'd like these. Yeah, this is character breakfast we've done a handful of times over the years. You were little. Look how little you are. You just turned 8 years old. This was like 10 years ago. You were 8 years old. Can you believe it?
Yes.
Having fun with Donald Duck and the other crew there. Oh, and does anyone ever go here? We have only gone to this place one time. We drove by it a lot of times on different trips, but we only went in there one time. Finally, we said, okay, let's see what's inside this place. It's a gift shop. I mean, it's got a lot of junk in there, but we had to go inside it at least one time just to see what was there. Yeah, that place. Yeah, the orange world. It's got oranges and stuff like that in there. But that's pretty much the end. Oh, and then we did one more World of Disney visit and a little bit more. Let's see, what's it called here? Downtown Disney Marketplace. Look at that. Don't see that anymore. It's now Disney Springs. So you ready for bed? Oh man, yeah, that's why you need a rental car in Florida. Yeah, now in our case, we were driving our own van. In that case, it was our big, what was it, Chevy? Oh, what the heck was it? What is it? It was a Chevy conversion van. Yeah, downtown Disney, the marketplace. Those were the days. And then we, of course, had to hit this one more time, make a few more.
Parts of just like he gets nervous about not seeing a movie in Canton and not seeing his 6 nieces Caribbean.
Look at that serious look on your brother's face. He was serious. There you are with Buzz Lightyear. Boy, you were teeny. Look how small you are. Yep, and then I remember those guys right there, those figures outside in the back area. And I think that's it, gang. That is it. I think the rest of it ends up being some pictures of a couple more. There we go. That's it. Yeah, rain as we're driving back toward Ohio. I'll go back to one of these. There we go. That's better. So anyway, what are you doing? I'm making some weird faces.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, downtown Disney, MGM. Yeah, good old MGM back when it was still MGM and instead of Hollywood Studios. The movie place in Canton, yes, Mary, it is a Cinemark. That's your favorite theater, right?
Right. Douglas is crying of the Caribbean.
Douglas is crying of the Caribbean. He's starting to mix up some things. Night. Have a good one, Stan. We're signing off here.
Parts because he gets nervous about his mom's feeling about him worrying and getting anxious and sad the Caribbean. Parts of just like he gets nervous about not seeing a movie in Canton and not seeing his 6 nieces Caribbean.
He gets nervous about not seeing his nieces or not seeing a movie in Canton. But he does see his nieces almost every weekend. We go to see a movie in Canton several times a year. So you're good to go, right?
How many times is several times?
3 or 4, sometimes more. Right?
Right.
Okay. You want to say goodnight to everybody?
Good night, everybody.
That hung in there. We're almost we're done. Good night. Good night, Jack. Okay. I'm going to sing solo. It's going to be scary. But we will see you next week. Hope you have a magical week. We'll try and give you any more details if we figure anything out as far as a trip to Disney. But yeah, it looks like we're going to try and push it. We're going to try and get it in there before middle of December at the latest. Mary said goodnight, Jack. But we'll see. And I might take Mary's advice and see if they can push those 2 tickets back, park hopper tickets back a little more. I doubt it, but we'll try. We'll see if that's an option. But anyway, it's been a great night. Glad you guys hung in here, and hope you, like I said, hope you have a magical week. So here we go. Ready? Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KEY, why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Okay, good night, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you later. See you real soon.